Dune scene this time. So here I am. It's Mike. We're back. We're gonna jump back into Disco Elysium where we left off earlier today, and we're gonna just, dive right in. I think we're at the beginning of the 4th day. So day 3 ended with us talking to the apartment guy and his Sunday friend. I'm beginning to wonder if there's like I believe there's a deeper relationship there that might, I don't know, probably would draw ire from some, if it was like a public bureaucrat involved in a sexual relationship with a young man. I don't know, it's kind of the vibes I was getting from that. And let's see, what else? We did the whole crypto animal thing. We got Kuno to say he thought he'd leave the locusts alone, so we need to go cash that back into the cryptozoologists. And I think the big story point we need to tackle that's kind of left uninvestigated entirely is the church. We haven't been in there yet. We have a couple calls we can make on the Kinema phone, but one of them doesn't open until like normal operating hours, so we'll probably just give that probably do both of those at the same time, kind of midday-ish. That way we know it's open. So let's go, right? So first things first, let's go ahead and head over to see if we can talk to the grumpy cop, see if he's at the Whirling in Rags. We can put a point in a spirit decor and hopefully actually succeed at that check. Ooh, we don't have an extra one because I went ahead and took that thought cabinet at the end of the last episode. Yep. The apricot chewing gum that seems to be connected to my ex-wife, which means we are 35 points away from being able to do that. So hopefully cashing this in to them will give me some, hopefully 35 points. If not, then we're going to have to wait it out a little bit longer. Maybe go do some of these side checks that I kind of looked at the end of the last episode. Ah, here we go. See, I was clicking. He's running. But, whoa. That's weird. Am I controlling Kim? That was oh, whoa. This seems a little different. Alright. Okay. Let's talk to these guys.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man with I'm guessing piss? I don't know. Written on his back.
If I were a real skull right now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it neon style.
His companion wears a simple, elegant slogan, F the world.
Snazzy shit ripped skull mobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads, scary tribal shit.
Wow, these guys are...
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
You tell him, Kim.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
That was weird.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
Interesting.
The part of the presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Not part of the skulls yet. Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs. Who are the skulls? You don't know? What kind of cop are you? It's not a question. Don't get into it. Of course I do. No, I really don't. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of Bessemertine, whatever. His voice rings with excitement. Bessemertine, or the Bessermite, Besmertai. Oh, there we go, Besmertai. The Immortals are West Revacholian crime syndicates. The nastiest bunch of psychos ever, jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases. Possessing an infinite amount of swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi. Non-verbal? If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word. The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm. They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted, bottom-lighted vehicles. Oh, I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Murder? A man was hanged in the back of the Whirling in Rags. Yeah, sure, we'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. He clears his throat. It was a man. Also, he was hanged. Anything else? He was hanged from a tree. Yeah, I mean, duh. These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along. Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything? Ah, this sounds like epistemology, a field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself. However, there is no way these young men could possibly be aware of her work. That's funny. I know that you don't know shit. I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer. Sure, the blonde man says, quickly nodding. Understandable. I appreciate your effort, though. Do you guys know Cindy the Skull? The young man's eyes glaze over as he marks in a voice filled with longing. Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull. Yeah, the other guy lights up too. A true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck. By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards, he adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting. For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually... I don't think he's on my left, but I'm going to assume he is in this, if for the sake of the conversation. Is unusually lenient towards them. So you kids are into anodic dance music. Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez? Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not? Anodic dance music. Oh man, yeah, he exclaims, then stops himself, processing the rest of your question. We're not kids, man. Be wary of the abyss, his blonde friend adds ominously, and points to his temple. Why? Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operandi is going to be. Lieutenant answers for the two rebels. It's a threat. Really? I'm one of the bad cops, a threat. Good, I like those. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's a conflict. All of a sudden, it's too much. Threat, good, I like those. But I don't, the lieutenant interjects quickly. In fact, I dislike them so much, I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down. Hey, there's no need for that. He raises his open palms. We're just talking here, joking too. Stay light, man. Yeah. Didn't you cop, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit? Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez? The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. The lieutenant replies instead, that's why there isn't much organized crime around here. Don't you worry about that. We're going to make up for the deficit. Yeah, we are. The young men exchange approving nods. Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not? We're not franchise skulls yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them. What makes you think that the organization would accept you? Because we can just be just as psycho and vicious, you'll see. But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way, the other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend. Oh, perception hearing. We'll F the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold. Oh my gosh. So what's happening now? Enough about this scullery. What's with the jackets? What about them? Why does your jacket have the... Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character, and I do like piss. The word whatever epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world, things being defined as they seem, not as they are, and I guess it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit it catches the eye, and since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message. Makes sense. What? I mean, by this, we're all... and the world is inherently meaningless. It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow. Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love. When did he mention that? Which is actually just obsession masquerading as a kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely? To catch a fish, you need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that... I lost my place. Certain that you'll get anything if you blow up the lake, though. It's a terrible metaphor. You get more fish in a shorter time, and for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to... and never get caught up. That's because when... Goodness gracious, a lot of F-bombs in one place. Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops? Hey, Kim. Yes? Do you think it's a coincidence? What do you think about their jacket? Do you think it's a coincidence? What is? There are two of us and two jackets. Lieutenant looks confused. What are you implying? Which one would you wear? I'm not sure I understand you. Are you more of a... Neither. Come on, Kim. It's just a mental exercise. Fine. If only to end this discussion, theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, I would already be down that path. I think stronger of the two statements. That works. I feel more like... Seems about right, Lieutenant Marks, especially considering your heroic exit attempts. That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there. So are we done here? Demonstrated authority. Oh man, how much half-life do I have? How much half-life can I get? I feel like I can get... Yeah, there's one. That's a -1. I think that was a red check too. I'm only get one shot at it. I thought there was more place. I thought I had stuff that gave me more than just the one. There's two. Do I already have some on? Do you have anything that's minusing it? Nope. So what if I put this on and there's that ding again. Does anybody know what that ding means? I don't know what that means whenever I put the armor stuff. I don't know what that is. Alright, now if I should have Let's see what we got
That
here.
ride is fucking.
Hey! Look who it is!
Oh,
Shrunken top head
it is
material.
even. It's a red check. Might have to go see if we can buy anything else that gives us plus half-life. Oh, well, I gotta get out of the conversation. There we go. Half-light, you say? Why, my good friend? What do you have here?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those
Find
clothes,
something
keep
worth
saving
salvaging
that
from the
economy.
pile of rags. Something cold grazes your hand, synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport, all in different typefaces. Practical, yet may deaden your senses to the world around you, possibly because of awful typeface. Composure. That could be useful. Alright, leave for now. Let's see. What do these shoes do? Inspect the sneakers. Dedicated, victorious, sporty, these fallen sneakers are must-have for track and field legend. These sneakers, mister, the streets vendor entombs. Those sneakers are the latest fallen sneakers, super rare. Only 50? Only? That's madness. Reaction speed, hand-eye coordination. Oh, man. Okay. Alright. That's a lot.
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
+1 perception. Conceptualization. Dang it. Oh, man. I wish I could... I just need, like, one more piece of plus half-light. And I'll feel better about taking a risk on this red roll. Okay. I don't think this gives me half-light, but let's see. Physical instrument and shivers. Is there anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Dang. Okay. Oh man, I don't want to take an even roll. Well, they'll probably be there for a while, right? Whatever, let's just knock this out. We're gonna see what
That ride is
happens.
Hey! Look who it is! Shrunken cop head material.
Hey! No, 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 don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that. Wait, how? Boys with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time. Hey guys, calm down. Come on. Hey. Those jackets are going to be the Skull King in no time. What? No. He quickly looks around. Skulls don't have kings. He pauses. I think... And we're not even in yet. Yeah, man. Keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet. Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end. Raise your voice. Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings? Wow, you boys are ambitious. The lieutenant voice rings over the plaza. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far. He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery. Shut up, the youth presents through his clenched teeth. There's panic in his eyes. Are you trying to get us killed? Now bring it to the jackets and yes, start shouting. Wow, I didn't realize that was serious. Let's forget about this. Yes, we want to be a cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets. Please be quiet. Not much is left of a nihilistic revel at this point. The young man before you is scared out of his mind. What do you want? The jacket Skull King makes shrunken heads out of us. You offer us your jackets like that? It'd be impolite to refuse. Oh man, his shoulders slump under the weight of sadness. Okay, he says finally. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid. Item gained. Hey, look at that. We got some cool jackets. That worked out. That's like the first time the things just kind of worked out without a failure. Lieutenant watches the boys take the jacket off and with mild amusement. Since you said you're more of a kind of guy, I'll take the other one. I know you said you're more of a kind of guy, but I think I should have it here. Well, can I see what I don't even get to see what they look like or what they modify. All right, well, I'm going to give Kim the one he wants. I'm absolutely okay with not having either one. Thank you. Oh, hey, that works out. Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell, go undercover hard. But don't you want to express your individuality? This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore. That's awesome, Kim. Cold-hearted cop. Well, whatever. I'll take both of them then. Still, it's good to know we have a pair in case the need arises. The need will not arise. Pity. The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man were standing alone on the street corner with something written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And all its own, frankly, generic. The dark-haired young man just stands there defeated. The wind blows. I don't know, Eric. It's cold out, he finally says to his friend. Yeah, the blonde man replies. Let's get out of here. The cops... But we got some sweet jackets. Plus drama, minus authority, plus half-light. Ah, I could have used that. Alright, back at it. Gloves. Put the gloves on. Got boots. Where's the armor? Oh, I still have it on, I just have a different jacket. I need, like, have sets. Like, these are the things I usually wear. There it is. Need to get a good hat. I don't have a cool hat. Alright, let's go see if Angry Cop is in here. That guy seems new. I don't think I know him. Hey, Angry Cop. Is that this guy from the balcony? He looks a lot different. It is! Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic there. Hi, Gendarme? I don't know. Another rendezvous. There he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right here in the Whirling in Rags. Hi. Hi. So what brings you here? What is it about the way he carries himself? Composure? He's so different. I don't know what I thought I have a lot of composure. It must be as a legendary check. What are you doing here? Admiring the atmosphere, he smiles. What about you, officer? I live here. My room is right upstairs. Here to kick some ass and solve cases I'm working on. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me. I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. Well, here's to you. He raises a glass before taking a sip of his drink. Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days ago after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building asking questions. What did you tell him? Nothing, that I didn't see anything, and he believes you. Why shouldn't he? Did you tell him about your friend? He takes another drag of a cigarette before knitting his brows. What friend? Sunday friend? No, I don't think it came up. What did he look like? Muscular, handsome. He shrugs nonchalantly. Strong, like one of those military types. I wonder if he's the scab leader guys, and he really big and doesn't seem to fit his clothes. Was he alone? Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. His earpiece? Yes, you know, those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear. What was he saying? Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits? Oh, let me think. He turns his eyes upward in recollection. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vague, Orandaise. He closes his eyes. No, not vaguely. Scratch that. He sounded definitely Ornaise. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Thanks for the information. I met your Sunday friend. You did. A small smile adorns his face. And how did you like him? You're right. He was magical, magically bureaucratic. I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people. Who is he? A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me. Gendarme. He smiles, and his smile seems melancholic. He can always return. Return where? To his opportunities in Occident. Sur la clef still. He breathes in and keeps his lungs filled for a moment before letting it out. His coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. He stares at the bar. Who are you two? What are you two? Friends. I told you, Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. What does that mean, a Sunday friend? He sighs that he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. Is that even a friend? It is on Sundays, he smiles. Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night? He has keys and he likes the view. He waves gently with his cigarette-holding hand to the sea, I mean. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you. Alright, let's see what I can... Is that a composure check? Let's see what I can do for that. Anything taking off composure? I think I just leveled composure up. Well, you are. Let's get rid of you. Okay, so what can I put on that boosts composure? Okay, put those shoes on. I want to say that's it. I feel like I've been through this a couple times. Perception, interfacing. Probably not going to have enough to really do anything, so I just got a net gain of 2. 58. That's even. Oh, look at that. 2 successes in a row. Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Hey, I was right. Just pointing it out, we're not talking about some kind of cult with members. Here, you made it up. Are you part of... Wait, just pointing it out, we're not talking about some kind of... Oh, cult members here. So wait, did I make it up? I don't understand. Did I or didn't I? Is this saying I did make it up? Just pointing it out, we're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up. But it says I succeeded. Composure is a 6 plus 9 is 15 plus a 1 modifier. Yeah. Huh. Alright, let's just do it. The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips. Why, yes, officer, why do you want to investigate? Yes, I want to hear more about the underground you're part of. No, I just wanted to know whether you were one of them. Yeah, I don't really want to investigate it. Well, I am one of them, one of the Sub Rosa Pleasure Group congregation in cellars under the cover of night, Saturday night, sometimes even Friday night. What about Thursday night? Wait, is today Thursday? But why do you convene? What do you do? Let's not talk about this anymore. Oh, what do you do? Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Revachol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security, the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. That's funny. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore. Does it have anything to do with disco? Other questions. I had other questions, really. The smoker starts laughing and leans back against the counter. Sure thing, officer. That's funny. That's about how I expected that to go. Okay, let's see here. Did that didn't happen to level up, did I? Ugh, so close. 20 points. Grumpy cop. Oh, I was going to talk to Morel. Hey, we talked to Kuno.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
Did you know Gary was hiding the armor? Hell no, I had no idea, and I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty or disloyalty are not one of them. I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't. Had a chance to talk to Kuno. Stop stealing the locust. The cryptozoologist purses his lips, so it was just a child. He looks crestfallen. Missing insects case. Gained experience plus 30. Level up. Thank you for telling us, sweetie. She turns to smile gently up at her husband. This is good news, right? It means we can try again. She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone, a hidden worry. Yes, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time, and then maybe we can. The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit. He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way. She looks at him, his tender concern. Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home. You're right, you're right. He breathes carefully not to start coughing again. We can come back next season when it's warmer. That's just something people tell themselves when they fail. Man, I'm really feeling that this is costing me time on my main investigation. It's not worth risking your health. You could call it, I'd offer to help, but I don't have my own thing, blah, blah. Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you. We've come too far to quit. I'm going to restock the trap. Let's do this. Accept enthusiastically. Yeah. We're getting really carried away with this, aren't we? He makes this show of surprising sigh. Fine, it's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast, but after this, he wants to see this tale through as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have to stop this already, but he cannot let it drag out after this. Find the Insulindian phasmid. Really, it's too much, officer. He starts coughing again. What Morel means is, we're grateful for your help. She nods to her husband. Here's a fresh batch of locusts. I could have done without the sound effect. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you should this lead to discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but fair enough. Okay, so we have a skill point. I really would love to use it on a thought cabinet, but we don't really have the option for that. Do I have anything else that's going to boost my spirit decor? I don't think so. Maybe some sunglasses. I need to put those boots back on. That's already on me. Already on. Okay, so it looks like I've just got a +1 from the jacket. So let's go ahead and train it. We'll go talk to Grumpy Cop. Oh, I didn't accept it. Did I? Guess I did. I guess it automatically accepted it whenever I popped out of it. Alright, Grumpy Cop.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Wait, let's talk to her first.
Yes? What
You
is
have
it?
blue uniform like mine. Mine is black. What does this mean? She seems confused for a moment. It means I'm a patrol officer, sir. What's with that, sir? You call me sir. Why? Well, she looked extremely uncomfortable right now. I guess I cut the shit. The words are addressed to you every second you stand here running. Your mouth grows... The case grows colder. Okay, goodbye. Alright, Grumpy Cop.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Success! You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him. Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere? Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere. Another life? From where? From another life? Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... He pauses. To what station do you think you would belong to in the alternate and totally fictional reality? I'm pretty sure it's the... Oof. 57th? I think I'm in the 57th and he's in the 41st, or he's in the 57th and I'm in the 41st. I don't want to look stupid. Can I... Da-da-da. There's got to be a way to look at this. It's one of those two. Find your other shoe. Inspect the victim's body. Report your badge mission. Missing 41st. Need to report the missing badge to the 41st. Woo! Boom. Okay, okay. The man sounds genuinely excited. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Gives you a long, meaningful look and adds somewhere good. Let's talk more about the hypothetical station 41 you mentioned. Oh, the hypothetical 41. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. So what would your relationship be in this alternate universe? Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? Like partners in crime. You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to hate you as my partner. You seem like a bit of a drag. I could do better. Kim's cooler than you. Bam! I'm sure he's flattered, but Kim is not part of this thought experiment. In this one, we're partners. The lieutenant is silent. You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner. You seem a bit like a drag. Oh, I thought I said I'd love to hate you as my partner, but I misread it. You seem like a cool guy. Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? The man bites his lip, then waves his hand. Never mind, partner. Okay, actually, you probably would cramp my style. No, you wouldn't cramp my style. I don't really have a style now that, you know, I'm a normal person. Actually, I shouldn't have called you my partner. Kim's my partner. He's going to know. You wouldn't cramp my style at all. Okay, how about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then? Oh, this guy seems like a real, like, wet blanket. Do you have a crime to solve? Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes, and let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work. This isn't helping, she says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. Who else are in our imaginary police station? You're not going to believe this? The man pauses for dramatic effect. Police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and, gets this, not getting their drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular, boring police people in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung. Who's the far-out son of Lung? Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. He winks at you sarcastically. I mean, with the unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. Want to tell me more about him or her? Not even a little bit. It's an urban myth, the lieutenant says quietly, about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You're not the son of Lung. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that. I can't imagine it anymore. Neither can I, partner. Neither can I. His gray eyes suddenly flash above the frames, they feel sad. Well, oh good, I hate for that to happen. You know what might help to prevent that, though? Me doing my job and not pestering you anymore? You doing your job. Interesting. So, that didn't really go anywhere. Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? I know, super weird. I know it's kind of weird. Yes. No, this whole interaction was perfectly normal. I guess it was kind of weird. Weird, right? I know, super weird. There's something we're missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy and you'll probably get laughed at, but still. I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station. It's impossible. I don't want to... Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though. Good, I thought that was going to be a thought cabinet.
Again.
Look, I just have to ask. Are we from the same police station? I'm going to say no, just to see what you'll say to that. What do you say? Yeah, probably not. I don't remember you from anywhere. Okay. Okay. John, he said, okay, give it a rest. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind, not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again. Maybe I was supposed to play something else. Yeah, probably not. I don't remember you from anywhere. Huh. Well, I really thought that was going to go somewhere. Maybe... I don't know. Weird. I kind of wish I hadn't wasted a point on it. Okay. Let's see, what do we got going on? We got to, it seems like we do have a new thought cabinet. Oh, the homosexual underground. Good. I don't really... I'm still going to do these two. Contact mic. Kingdom of Conscience. So I need to get two more ability points. What do we have on the quest list? Find the Insuladinian. We're going that way anyway. Dead body on the boardwalk. We need to call the library. Don't think they're... I think they said they opened at 8. Is it past 8? Solve the egghead puzzle. It's a bunch of stuff on the boardwalk. Okay. Do I have anything else that's just over here in this area? Need to do that, but we're not going to do that until later today. Okay, that's with... Oh, I could go talk to these two. It's after 8, so let's see if we can call in about the... Call both about the armor and the library. Did you find anything about the owner of the armored boots? Sorry, sir, still haven't heard back from the data people. Try calling again later. Wow. Okay. Library. 10 a.m. Alright, let's just call the 41st real quick. Listen, I've actually lost my gun. Nope. Thought there might be something triggered there. Alright, that's it. That was less than ideal. Anything down here new? Nothing. I know there's that map in here that I've failed at before, but I think is open now. I hate that I lost my hat, but that girl out needed it. Allegedly. Wasn't this the map? I don't remember where the check was. Am I missing where this map wall is? It says map wall, and I thought there was a check here. Right there, interfacing. Map wall. But I don't understand where it is. Anybody in the chat? You guys know where that is? What do I got to do to trigger that? Yeah, I don't see any checks there. Weird. Know that this is a check, right? No? It won't let me do it now. Maybe it's only available the first time. I don't know how to trigger them a second time. Huh. Alright. Onward and upward we go. We could go talk to, Joyce. We're over here. We might as well. Since I got my badge. Hey, Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Show her your badge. I found my badge, by the way. Ooh, tattoos. Finally. That's the man who was killed. She almost takes the photo, but then stops. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Do you know something about the tattoos? Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. Found my badge, by the way. By love you did. She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right, fast, observantly, like an electronic printer. She's memorizing your badge number. She hands it back to you. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant. Double Yefrater. I guess I have no idea if that's right. Dubois. I'm glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish. What can I help you with? I think I would have cleaned it up first. How about you share your information on the lynching now that you've seen his badge? The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer that there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. She smiles apologetically. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them. This was your plan all along. Fair enough. The probe will be done. This was your plan all along. She shakes her head vigorously. My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. Meaning the information she has will raise the stakes in this game. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. She takes a sip of tea. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps. Alright. You forced my hand, Joyce. Yes, the eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Whew, getting a little sleepy. Wait, where exactly are these eyes located? It doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. Excuse me. One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter. In any case, it's a relief to know that someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation. If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand. Of course, detectives, she says, her tone more cautious suddenly. In any case, you've held up your end of the arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have bloodbath on our hands. Ooh, what was that about a bloodbath? Yes, I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Revachol West. Since you're sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario. Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. Tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected? I have an indirect role to play. I'm sad to say my employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. A momentary lapse of faith. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker, a member of the board. She nods. I tried to convince my employer it was simply an opening gambit, like you suggested, or a joke even. They did not appreciate the humor. Do you need a security detail? Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering. Who are they exactly? Kreno and Ornay's military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. So what happened? The story is one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling and rags and lynched last Sunday night. What then? Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Kreno contractors carry out their orders for now. For now? It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow. What is the nature of this so-called investigation? Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. You've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not disco. Maybe the investigations can team up, share resources, intelligence. Boy, oh boy, is that not good. That's probably what I would say. It's not good, no. A wave crashes against the side of her boat. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, she grabs hold of her mainsail. If you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond. The Debradowers have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1. Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? She leans back. It's not pretty. The Ceres giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most union workers don't have guns at all. The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots, the automatics every 1 to 2 minutes. She is silent for a moment, then concludes, as I said, a bloodbath. I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario? I think the confrontation is inevitable. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be inevitable. I think this is a pretty bleak scenario. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? Many bleak scenarios have already come true. She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind. Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse the situation. Alright, well that's important information we just got. What can you tell me about Crenell? Not much. Their public resume is relatively good as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: St. Baptiste, Welchman, Lawrence, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries, guarding facilities, escort missions, and such. Meaning they're used to operating in war zones. Yes, all the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yisut, the Simenez Island, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Okay, anything else you got on them? Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though. Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and ICP, ma'am? In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenell. Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off? I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. She's being truthful. She's pressing them as hard as she can. You said the deceased assaulted a woman, or he didn't. She tilts her head. This is information passed on to me from some teenager loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. Who did the passing on then? The remaining contractors, they were tribunal. It's what they believe. What did these teenagers say by the canal say? But the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. It seems to be the accepted story around Martinez. The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration. Odd, we haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with a lynching. Where did it take place and when? Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. And who was this woman? That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him? If you mean did I see him alive, yes, but I did not know him. His name was Lely. His service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name, only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. Tell me about the others first. One is a man, Corty. They call him a nickname as well. The other, a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator. The lieutenant cuts in. What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's? She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head. I can't remember. There's a pang of regret in her voice. The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed. That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age? He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which he had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions. Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. He says to you, then turns to Joyce. What else? Nationality, accent. He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, or Oranese or Messenian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. And that seems to corroborate the ethnicity we gave. The lieutenant is pedantically happy about it. So we're doing good. We're doing a good job. Huzzah! Where are the remaining 2 marks now? They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for Revachol Citizens Militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes, ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. We still need to know where they are. We'll confront them directly. Okay, we'll steer clear. We still need to know where they are. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved. Ah. Where are these mercenaries? One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates, the one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers. One must be the goon in the ill-fitting work clothes on the harbor gates, the scab leader. That may be so. She is poised and unperturbed. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest. For all your talk averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gates is a powder keg. Does this not bother you? Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant, but my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union? Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace. You tell her, Kim. One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout. That would afford a good vantage point, she says. In any case, it's practically inaccessible. Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may? Do you have an earpiece? Heavens no, I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel. She nods towards the sloop's cabin. I had another question for you. I thought there was something in here. This Lily. Anything else? Nationality? Oh, so that just leads to the same information we already got. Well, that's good. How much time do we have until the execution start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress, identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience. They don't report the progress to you. Not on this matter, I'm afraid. They consider this a personal initiative. There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. It's a matter of days, not weeks. Alright, that's enough for now. Now, can you tell me about these tattoos? Of course, excuse my hesitation before. She reaches over the guard wire, takes the photo, holds it in her hand for about half a minute in silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured like those of a working woman. It is taken with a Trigard not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs. Stay quiet and observe the woman's expression. Her mouth is relaxed. Accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls on her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. What do you think? Sorry, she breaks her concentration. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. She points to one on the photo paper. I can't, but that's how you read the story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Like stars in the sky? Close, she nods. Port cities. This is an Orange map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the DeLorean century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. What is the use of this map? The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they would die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. What travels did the dead man make? Quite a few. Vredefort, the Orange capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. She points to it in the photo. He started somewhere near here, I think. What's next? Then he made his way to the Preto Grande through what I think must be Stad's Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean. First the Simonese Islands, then this. She points to his heart. What is that? Revachol, she says. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of those maps right after the discovery of the Insulinde at the dawn of the intersolary age. The old one passing by the new... The old world passing by and the new world already here. You said you can't read it. I can't. The man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. Vredefort. Vredefort has a military academy. The Simonese Islands saw a recent conflict in Revachol. He was executed. Maybe it's a record of his military career. That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident, mercenary tattoos. For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood splatter on the seas. Who could tell me more? His platoon members, the other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade. Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere. I need the information. Mark it down. Ask Marks about the tattoo. You're right. Surely there are other people... Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. This is a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere. You're right. Not a good idea. Leave it off the schedule. So, if I say I don't want to ask the mercs, does this just take the quest off my list? Is anybody... Is like the only way to continue this to go talk to the mercs? Does anybody know? Any of the viewers? Because I would like to figure it out. But I don't want it to just lose the entire, If I leave it off the schedule, does that mean I'm, like, abandoning the quest? Alright, let's just put it on the schedule. Do whatever you have to do. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security, but if you should wade into the mob to find out, I can stop you. We'll be careful, ma'am. That's all the tattoos. Thank you for your help. That's it. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Run the numbers. We're still working on that. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. Perhaps another mercenary can tell you more about the hangman's tattoos. So-called scab leader at the harbor gates. It won't count as one of the people's informing you about the tattoos, but it could be interesting. Oh, so there is, so again, so I can find this somewhere else. But who? Alright, I've got... Looks like I've got 1 skill point. So let's go ahead and put in the Kingdom of Conscience. Okay. How long does it take? 1 hour and 25 minutes. Ooh, 2 hours and 57 minutes. So that shouldn't take that long. Dang, okay, so... I don't want to go and... I don't want to run to the Merc right away. It's hard to know who else might know those tattoos, because I feel like I've bumped into a lot of people, and maybe it's just because of... I hadn't talked to her first.
Well, officers, have you come to admire my
That's
mural?
funny. They send their best. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. Oh, she's the skull. Oh, cool. They seem to hold you in high esteem. I think they're afraid of you. Maybe it's just skull solidarity. That's, you know, hold you in high esteem. They'll never be skulls, but she softens. But their hearts are in the right place. I forgot who Cindy the Skull was. Skulls are silly. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Skulls are silly. What are you even trying to achieve? Got it. I don't really want to be a skull. What are you trying to achieve? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips, squinting at the sky as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock, but in Martinez, no. Gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulcher. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous, you bring the sirens. Interesting. Catch you later, Cindy. Where to now? I guess we need to reset those traps. Who else would know about... Who else would know about the tattoos? Do you know about the tattoos?
Yes?
Whoops. I want to talk to him.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Look, you're not a bad person. You helped me in an investigation. Doesn't make you a bad person. This lady has never really been involved in anything yet. Nothing. Still nothing. Don't really want to talk to the scab leader if I can avoid it. What about this guy? Might know something.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Nothing. What about the big tattooed guy? Maybe he knows something?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
No. Nothing there. Who else would know about the tattoos? Don't know. Somebody's got to know, right? This guy looks really old to be part of the Union. Or the Scabs, I guess. Probably not. This person's probably made Frit. Let's see if we got any bottles to turn in. 40 cents. Nice. Any more information from you?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
You're useless. No information. Who in the world could know about the tattoos? I have no idea. There's got to be somebody else. Just don't know who it is. Alright, let's go set the traps. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Well, maybe Renee is a soldier.
Vigilance, officer! What can this old carabinier do for you?
Push you with his heroics. Drama. I understand you, and there's nothing for you to understand here. He snaps. It's not her death. You're investigating. Where's the circumstance of her death in any way unusual? Where was the photo of you two taken? Revachol Fair of 91 in the Farborg district. His eyes turned to the sea. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Lalion's name day, and the Carabiniers marched in place of honor. He looked happy in the picture, smiling. This was the happiest day of my life. This is said in such matter-of-fact tone, it leaves no room for doubt. What happened with you, Gaston, and Jean-Marie? I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Icaria operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch. The Icaria operation was a 7-year campaign during which suzerain Guillaume's army forcefully united the people in the southeastern part of La Petite Continent, collectively known as the Icaria tribes, under the Revacholian banner. He gives Gaston a hateful look. I won her back, but while I was dealing with some issues, you are like a dark cloud, sucking the joy out of every living thing around you, and you, he quickly glanced at you, you hurt her. He looks down at his boots, lips moving, the words are inaudible. Those days and memories are gone. He nods and looks at Renee with something resembling compassion. The old soldier says nothing, but when he glances quickly, his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, the odd look in his eyes. How high can I get my drama? Whoops, wrong thing. Anything? Do I have anything here that's modifying it down? Ooh, +2 drama to my bow tie, so I don't want to take that off. I think I do have some stuff. There's a shirt. Got a +1 drama. Ah, it's just a +1 drama shirt. Oh, it's a jacket. There we go, +2 drama. I thought one of my glasses had drama on it. Alright, we're at +2 drama now. I look ridiculous.
Vigilance, officer! What can this
72%. Alright, let's try. I failed. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything worth mentioning among your achievements. You should resort to good old lying. Lying just isn't my style. I'd rather get back to questions. Dang it. But of course, sire. Looks like they're waiting for you to speak. Oh well. Worth a shot. Can't win them all. A jacket back on. And I Can't remember what shirt I had. Oh, it's my armor. Oh, I think it's raising my morale. That's the beeping I'm hearing. That's exactly what it is. Finally, I figured it out. It feels good to finally know. Alright, we're off. We're off to reset the traps. Oop, there's a trap. I knew there was one right here. Reset it. Oh, this isn't the empty trap. Whoops. My bad. I thought I had to reset them all, but I don't. It's just the one. Let's go reset that. Oh, then we've got the church to investigate. We've got that one building, too, that we haven't been able to investigate yet. Go check it out before we hit the church. Hey, kids. Have fun. Almost there. Whew, it's out here. It's that one. Release the locusts into the empty trap. The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here. Good, now that's done. When do you think will we return to our impending apocalypse of murder investigation? He stops. Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question. So what do I do now? Do I report back? You've restocked the trap. Now report to Lena in the whirling. Okay. Let's swing by that empty building on the way back. So much cardio. We're gonna be so healthy when this is over. I think it's this way. Yeah, and then up here. I think I came that way over there once. Oh no, can't go that way. That's the other. You get to the other side the other way. All right, yeah. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, an old door worn by elements guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle. What is this thing anyway? It's military, a service depot of some sort. Used to service what? The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. The lieutenant looks at the hunching concrete toad in front of him. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it. Ooh, wow. This is a red check that can only do once. And my interfacing is... that doesn't seem good. Do I have anything that's lowering my interfacing? +2 interfacing. Dang. I don't think I'll get it high enough. Because I already have like have 2. Thanks to my gloves. I might just remain locked. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll get something that helps me open it. Oh, well. Hello, Gnarly Nick. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself here on this Saturday evening. Let's run back to Lena and tell her we reset the traps, and then we will come back and investigate the church. It's a long way to run, but I'd rather go ahead and reset it, and then maybe we can check the traps after we get the church investigated. Do-do-do. Onward. There's really nothing. Maybe we did a lot of. We must have investigated everything pretty thoroughly. Because nothing really new popping up. Almost there. I wonder if the woman, the fisher woman, she's not a mercenary. Those are mercenary tattoos. So she's probably not going to know anything about them. We could ask, though. I wonder if any of these guys would know. What about you, Titus? Anything new to talk to you about?
It's you again. What is it?
Could pump up my authority, but it's probably not going to be. Just found a bullet in the hangman's head. I found someone who saw hanging a witness. Huh. Could use these. Just found a bullet in the hangman's head. A bullet, you say? He pats the back of his head. That's mighty curious. Indeed, mighty. How did it get there? The lieutenant is fixed on Titus. He gives an indulgent look. Well, there are so many bullets in this world, so many heads. He sighs deeply. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of the bullets had to end up in one of them heads. It's bound to happen again, you know. He taps his right temple, just statistically speaking, of course. Sire, it would be an even most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their eyes. I'm going to ask you again, why was this show the bullet in the victim's head? I think the hanging was cover up for the shooting. Did you guys shoot him? Don't worry. Figures. Okay, yeah. Boom. Whoa, the little man leans in to inspect the leaden blossom. He's got it in a real evidence bag and all. Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened. I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. You know what I think? He raises his finger. I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and that brain grew around the bullet. Around the bullet, man. Elaine pinches the roof of his nose. That's a good one. All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. Did you guys shoot him? Shit, he throws his head back. I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk. Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. The little guy looks you in the eye. Better hope he stays sober. I think that's a threat. No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him? Before, after, during, she spreads her arms. This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time. Alright, don't worry. We will figure it out sooner or later. Never been worried in my life, lawman. He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment. It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere. I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness. A witness? The tall man crosses his arms on his chest. You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this. That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next he's going to tell you one of us already rolled on the others. And in witness protection. My witness isn't local. Titus scratches the back of his head and asks, well, let's hear it then. Who's your mystery fella? He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, you don't give out his name. Let's just say he's a high-ranking government. Who he is irrelevant. It's like you said, Al. He turns to the man to his left. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There's no witness. I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing, they're desperate. He turns to you to tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make? The witness said the hanging went down very quietly, no shouting, no commotion. Witness said he saw two people One mask. The witness said it all looked like a surreal play. No shouting, no commotion. It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent. Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets, he says, provokingly. What's with the cowbells, policeman? Avoiding having to answer the question. I imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence? We were drinking, he looked around. Weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk. Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. He nods sarcastically. Nothing off here, just a regular hanging. The witness said he saw 2 people of Areopagite descent and 1 mask. He starts laughing. Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo. Well, yeah, Titus nods. What is confusing you, Eugene? Theo and Elaine were there too. I already told you we were all there. Witness said it all looked like a surreal play. That means absolutely nothing to me, he says, taking a sip from his can. Sounds like some made-up horseshit. It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film. What is this fella's problem? The little guy addresses everyone and no one. Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see. Shanky, it's Shanky, right? He doesn't wait for an answer. I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was. You get him, Kim. You don't know shit. We're going to get you, Shanky. I know you're lying, Shanky, he writes in his notebook. Actually, nothing. Great witness. He must be really parched because he's taken a giant gulp of beer. Oh, he must be really parched because he takes a giant gulp of beer. Sorry. Misread that. Rhetoric. So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info. I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. Yeah, he doesn't seem worried. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Krennel? Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma. They're snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Yes, they are forming some kind of tribunal, and they're coming for you. This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too. Let them come, Blondie yells across the cafeteria. The Hardy Boys are right here. You heard the man, right here. He points to the ground. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn is crazy. Yeah, a well-oiled murdering machine. He punches Blondie on the shoulder. Do you know what a single Ceres giant hornet can do to a 40 piece in a minute? The Krennel's bad news, you know that, right? Mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody is controlling them. Big surprise, he mutters. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is going to happen? Mercenaries armed with automatic weapons. We got weapons of our own. He cracks open his vest to give you a glimpse of his holster. We got Eister 50s, Zieglers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. Will they pierce ceramic armor? I guess we're going to see, aren't we? That was an unsure phrasing. See what? That they don't? For your sake, I hope you're right. Right about what? He looks at you defiantly. That 50 caliber bullet goes through shit. Yeah, I am. Colonel's bad news. You know that, right? A spray of beer. So we're the local gang. So were the local gangs. The Barmy Army and the Madre Scum. You've been out there. See any around? Yeah. Where are they now, huh? He points south. Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate. These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a Barmy army. No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think. Do you know what a single Ceres giant hornet can kill 40 bees in a minute? What is that supposed to mean? You're bees, they're the hornet. We're not bees, we're men. We're socialists. Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. He turns to you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men? Yes, because they should be scared. Okay, conclude with a shrug. What do you mean, okay? He jerks forward a bit. I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you out. I mean, okay, you got this. You got the numbers. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you out, Titus. No, they won't. He shakes his beer at you. Get out of here with your negative energy. All he means is that the situation is serious. No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that. Look at this. I can establish the authority out of this guy now. Boom. You know what, though? I'm going to just crank it up a little bit more. Yeah, give me all that authority. I want good old Titus to just cower in front of me. -1 authority. Like that's a minus authority, that jacket that they were wearing. Have anything else that gives me authority? I didn't think to come back here and check with these guys after I've been doing all that. That worked out well. It's cool that happens, that you just get these little breadcrumbs, and then later in the game, they just kind of build on everything to pay off.
It's you again. What is it?
Look at that, 92%. Boom. Authority'd. Did I need the 2? I'm curious. Check was a 2. No, I didn't, but it makes me feel better that I had it. As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? Where have I seen this before? I get it. You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with almost exclusively men, sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time. I get it, Titus. You really are the authority around here, huh? You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand. Titus Hardy. He leans in. You got a problem with beer now? Not quite there yet. Push on. No, no, no. I got drunk. So drunk I drove my car into the sea. I don't give a shit either. Just like you guys. No, I'm also a big fan of beer. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job like you. Nice. Speak for yourself, buddy. He puts the beer down. I've been running this outfit for 10 years. You should have seen Martinez before we started. It was like Jamrock now. They didn't see shit, man. He turns to you. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s. Congratulations on the graffito removal. He turns to Titus. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim. When did that happen? So what? What do you want from me? We took care of it. He picks the beer back up. Don't let him drink that. One more push, quick. It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help. Someone's been raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her. I've asked this before. Why are you hiding the victim? It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. Titus, he looks at her. She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms. You want to help her, cop? Fine. I'm going to let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, Titus taps his chin with his fist. A freight train of pain, buddy. The lieutenant takes out his notes. What is her name? Clage Armando. She's staying up here. Oh, it's the girl that talked to me in the very beginning. Staying here at the Whirling and Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit blonde. Titus adjusts his cap. That's Armando with an OU. Trivial success. Shit, that girl, the girl upstairs, that can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. Cool, keep your cool. Said you don't remember being a cop. Said you don't remember reality. Talked about your room and crying. Oh my gosh. Well, my honesty has finally come back to bite me. Collage. Yeah. Blonde, tall, 2 rooms over from yours. He nods upstairs. Miss Orange, disco dancer. Sure, why not? You've probably seen her around. He nods upstairs. Ooh, well, I'm going to fail this one. You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting, and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly. Whew, let's go ahead and heal. I don't understand what's cool here. Nothing. He gives you a sideways glance. We just have a few more questions, then we'll be on our way. Calm, normal, try to forget this little hiccup. So what was her relationship with the mercenary? Relationship, there was no relationship. He raped her. That's the relationship. It was like that karaoke incident all over again, or like some of the other girls he was harassing. Okay, it's enough. All of this irrelevant. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation. When was it? He did it before he killed him. He's not going to do it again. He crushes his half-empty beer can. So what does it matter? It would help if we establish a timeline. Alright, 2 weeks maybe. I don't know. I need another beer. Here you go, boss. Tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open. What's your relationship with her? I know her. He looks around, and uncommon silence fills the room. How well do you know her? A small twitch at the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means. Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. He crosses his arms. He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten. So she's not from around here. It's okay, that's cool, that's cool. Another question. You mean Revichol? Nah, our Miss Orange disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter or some sort. Been staying here over the winter. Don't you give her any more trouble, the fat guy blurts out. She just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. Angie? Ugh. He slaps his forehead. She doesn't need your help. You said you partied. Cool, that's cool, but what did you mean? What do you think I meant? Ooh, I was about to accidentally click something. Sex, drugs, karaoke, right? Nervous laughter. Was it sex, drugs, avoid his gaze? Did you do karaoke? What do you think I meant? Was it sex? Yeah, pretty much. So you're saying you two of you were close? No, we just... He states matter-of-factly, I'm not going to give you any details if that's what you're after. He's doing a good job here, a commendable performance, so I don't give a shit. Well, did you do drugs? Yeah, we did them. What's that to you? Another question. Did you do karaoke? Yeah, tons of it, all the songs. Okay, well, did all of it. I think I know her. You don't know her. You're wrong, I do. No, not the way I do. Yeah, you are correct. Thank you. We'll talk to you, her. Conclude. Speak to the assault victim. Let's go over the rape victim again. Nope, nothing there. I'm going to take off now. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff happening all at once. Hang on, everybody. I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back. Hey everybody. I really wanted to play a little bit more tonight, but I'm going to wrap it up here and we'll jump back in soon. Thanks for joining me. We had some big revelations, so there'll be a good jumping off point for tomorrow. I'll probably be on pretty early, I'd say, and get started. I think we're going to try to push through and finish this maybe tomorrow. Definitely here in the next couple of days. If you enjoyed the stream, please hit the follow button and you can get a notification whenever I go live. If you want to catch up on any of the other streams or past episodes of Disco Elysium, just hit the YouTube link and that'll pop you over to the YouTube channel where all the archives are. And if you're watching this after the fact and you want to watch the streams live, you can check a link in the description, video description, and that'll bring you over to the Twitch page. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys have a great night. See ya!